All right, so welcome everyone, and thank you again for joining. We are the Product Success Team. I am Rodney, and Lex is here as well. Today we'll be going over customer management. If you have any questions, please keep your questions related to the topic at hand. Please keep yourselves muted during the presentation. However, if you do have an immediate question, you can always ask your questions in the chat, and we will be monitoring the chat as always. Otherwise, you can ask your questions verbally when we open the floor for questioning. Just make sure to unmute yourselves at that time. So why is recording customer files important? It can be used to track customer activity to streamline processes. For delivery orders, you can simply look up existing customers by name, their phone number, email address, barcode, or account number. If already inputted, their addresses will be readily available. Having caller ID would be a bonus, as existing customer information will pull up automatically when they call in. Cross-reads and delivery remarks can also be saved under the customer file to help the driver locate the destination. Customer incidents can also be recorded, and it's always best practice to record incidents that have occurred at the business, so it can be referenced to in the future should any legal action be taken regarding that incident. Order history can be viewed, where you can see how often the customer frequents the restaurant, what items they tend to order, and how much they've spent. Orders also can be duplicated based off their order history. VIP discounts can be applied to customer files. Now, there are 3 levels of VIP discounts that can be assigned to customers to reward customers based off of their activity or through promotional offers, and they do use existing discounts. Now, if a store is using gift and store rewards and are implementing store rewards, rewards points can be generated automatically at the completion of the order. The customer file just has to be attached to an order, and once the new store rewards card is tracked at the end of the order, the rewards card is tied to the customer. The physical card at that point is no longer a requirement. And under each customer file, specific delivery fee and driver compensations based on location and distance can be defined on the customer level. Customers can be in the same zip code, but one may be further out, and these fees and comps can be adjusted accordingly with the owner's discretion. Now, there are several methods to create customer files. Customers can be manually inputted in the back office cloud in the Express office under marketing. We will see in more detail when Lex goes over the demonstration exactly what information is required and what is optional. From the Aldelo Express app, customers can be added while in the miscellaneous. Once the customer screen search pulls up, there is an Add Customer button on the upper left. Customers can be added mid-order by going into Order Information option. And when selecting the customer search, there will be an option where you can add a new customer file. Also, using caller ID, on the customer's initial call, tapping the unknown caller will prompt to add the customer, and then the customer file is created. And next time they call in, Aldelo Express will automatically pull up the customer file based off of the phone number and associate the order to the customer. All right, customers can be imported from Aldelo Pro. This will carry over all the customer information, including delivery compensations and VIP levels. However, with Aldelo Pro, VIP discounts are defined under the store level. So the import from Aldelo Pro to Aldelo Express does not transfer store level information. Thus, the VIP discounts do have to be defined in the back office cloud. Now, for customers not using Aldelo Pro, but do have an existing customer list, their customers can be imported via spreadsheet. This import can occur at any time, even after the store has already been created. The import template can be found under the Express office under Marketing, then Customers. You can choose from supported file types and download. Now, these file types are Excel, CSV, XML, and JSON. All they have to do is fill out the spreadsheet and import from the customer's page. The import template includes fields such as phone number, customer name, email, address, zip code, city, state, account number, and barcode. The template does not include the delivery compensations nor VIP levels. VIP levels will have to be set manually. As for delivery compensations, these can be defined on an individual basis by going into each customer file, or they can use a new feature where you can make these adjustments in bulk, which will bring us to the next slide. Now, to explain the hierarchy when it comes to delivery compensations, these values can be defined under 3 sections, and I will list them in order of precedence. The delivery compensations under the customer profile takes the highest precedence, and the next level is the postal codes. Then there are the basic defaults. So if there are values on all 3 levels, the values under the customer file will be used as it supersedes the other 2. If the customer file is not defined and is under the postal code, that will take precedence over the basic defaults. Or if there are no values on the customer file and postal code, it will fall back to the basic defaults. Ultimately, if there are no values on all 3 levels, delivery compensation will not be applied. Now, as I mentioned on the previous slide, delivery compensations will not be imported from the spreadsheet import. Thus, customers will have to be updated if you need to set these values. There is a new feature on the cloud called Delivery Charge Update. This is also located under Marketing. Using this feature, you can make mass updates to these values. And this can be very helpful, especially if there's an extensive number of customers that were imported. You do not have to go into each customer file individually to add these values. Okay, so do we have any questions? And how's the chat looking there, Lex?
Looks like all of the questions have been answered on the chat. So there's no other questions in here.
Perfect. All right, so I'll go ahead and hand it over to you for the demonstration.
So there are 5 ways of getting customers added to Aldelo Express. The first way is when you create your store and you created the store using the import from Aldelo POS, all of the customer profile is going to be transferred, including customer name, phone number, email address, physical address, and even VIP status. However, the VIP status does need to get defined in the system, which I'll show you guys in a bit. The second portion is if you go into marketing and go to customer, you'll notice that there is import from file. You can download the Excel sheet, CSV, XML, or JSON to import the file. Now I already downloaded the file here. So let me go ahead and switch my screens. All right, so as you can see, this is the Excel sheet here. I have the phone number on the left. I have customers right next to it, email address, zip code, city, state, and then there's also account number and barcode. Now, what's required is the phone number, customer name, and the other information are optional here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and import that into the system. So I'm going to click on import file from, and I'm going to select customer Excel sheet. And as you can see, I imported 10 successfully. So this one's a new information in here that got added. If I click on the customer, as you can see, it has the address information, the postal code. Now I don't have member information, but I can add that in here as well. If you wanted to add the customers manually from here, you can click on create new customer. You can go ahead and type in the customer name. Put in the email address. And everything else is optional, as you can see. But I'm going to go ahead and type in an address in here. And then I'm going to enter in a postal code. Okay, and then you also have information on the delivery information. So this is more like the cross street. And then we also have delivery remarks. This is like near statue. And then you can also enter in delivery charge and delivery compensation. I can't leave this alone. And we also have account and barcode as well. And then below that, we also have member information like VIP. So we do have up to 3 that you can select. So we have VIP 1. And then the anniversary month is like when that person got married or when he first created the store, or sorry, not store, account on the store. We also have the birth month as well. So let's put April. If you try to put in 13, it's going to say that anniversary month must be within a range of 1 to 12. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and click save here. Now, since I talked about the VIP, let's go ahead and go to settings, store config, and marketing config. Now, you do need to make sure that the discounts are already added to the store. So I'm going to go to VIP options here. And as you can see, we have VIP group 1, 2, and 3. We have 10%, 15%, and 20% for group number 3 here. And also what Rodney was talking about earlier are the basic defaults, which can be located at settings, store config, general config. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see basic defaults. We put in $3 for the delivery charge and $2 for driver compensation here. You can also add the delivery charge and delivery compensation to the postal code as well. So on the left, we're going to go to settings, postal codes, and then let's select Pleasanton. You can add a postal code here, or delivery charge and driver comp in here. And then let's go ahead and click save. Now, what Rodney was also saying earlier was the new feature, which is the delivery charge update. What's pretty cool about this feature is, as you can see on the top, you can search by name, or you can click on the drop-down menu. You can search by phone number. You can search by postal code, city, or street. In this case, I'm going to do by postal code. I'm going to enter in 94566, and I'm going to search. So I found all of the address with this zip code here. I'm going to click on customer on the left. And then as you can see, there's delivery charge here and delivery comp here. So I'm going to enter in delivery charge of $5 and delivery comp of $3. And as you can see on the right side, there's no delivery charges here, except for this one and this one. I'm going to go ahead and unmark those, and I'm going to click update. As you can see, the delivery charges and delivery comp was added to the store here. Now, if you made a mistake, you can revert back. So I'm going to come back here, and then I'm just going to zero these out and then click update. That'll automatically remove the delivery charges and delivery comp as well from the system. Okay, so I'm going to go to the iPad. Give me a second. All right, so the other way of adding customers to the system is if I click on the ellipses button or the 3 dots on the right side, I'm going to click on customer. I can enter in a phone number here, or I can click on the side anywhere here. And I can click on the green button on the top left-hand corner. And I can manually enter in the customer name in here. I can enter in a phone number. And then everything else are optional from this screen here. Now, if I add that same customer to the new order, so I'm going to click on new order and I'm going to select delivery. I can enter in the customer name in here, or I can enter in the phone number as well. So here it is. So Jane Doe. I can add the address. I can enter in the postal code. And I can click finish on the bottom. And the other option on adding the customer is caller ID. However, I don't have caller ID here, so I would not be able to show that. So let's go open up a new order in here. Let's do delivery. I'm just going to enter in my last 4 digits on my phone number. I'm going to click search. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my name here. And I'm going to click finish. Now, on the right side, you'll see the ellipses button or the 3 dots. I'm going to click on customer. From here, you'll see that the customer information is added to the system. I have my phone number, my email address, the actual address here. If I scroll down, I have my cross street, the delivery remarks and delivery charge and driver compensation added to the account. I also have VIP1 added to this account as well. On the left, you'll see incidents. So incidents is more like if someone slipped and fell or spilled coffee on them, you want to go ahead and note that into the system. You want to go ahead and click add, and you want to type in the incident. And it's up to you if you want to put in the order number as well here. So that'll add the incident. To get rid of the incident, so for example, if you accidentally added the incident to a wrong customer, you can delete this. Just all you need to do is swipe from right to left. You'll see a delete button. And then what's pretty cool about this feature is the order history. So if I click on order history, you can look up previous orders. So for example, I have this delivery yesterday. So if I open up that order, it'll display the previous order. So as you can see, I have large Bob's Pizza ordered with bowl of clam chowder, taco salad, and potato salad. Now, if the customer wanted to add the same exact items to the kitchen, I can click on the plus sign here. That'll add all of the items to the kitchen. I can also tap with 2 fingers as well. That'll add the same thing to the system. So I'm going to come back to the 3 dots, click on customer, order history, and then from here I can tap with 2 fingers. So I'm going to tap with 2 fingers on this item here. That'll do the same thing. It'll add the items to the kitchen as well. Now, if the customer wants to order from you, but they don't know what they want to order, you can actually suggest something from the customer information. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots and I'm going to go to customer. And then below order history, there is a dashboard. The dashboard will display the top 5 items that this customer has placed. So I can add any one of these 5 items or recommend one of the 5 items here to the customer. And the last feature here is the mapping. So if you have the address, you can just click on mapping. It'll display how far the location is. As you can see, pulled up the address. And the reason why it's color red is because it's inside that circle here. Do we have any questions?
It looks like we got everything in the chat there. But yeah, if anyone wants to ask their questions verbally, feel free to do so. Thank you for joining. We will see you on the next one.